Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video.
Well, hello there everybody, and welcome back on in to the channel here for a new video. And today we're going to be talking about something that has proven to actually wind up being a little bit controversial recently, which is strange, because for the longest time, this was something that I thought was like, I don't know, I suppose fairly set in stone, everybody agreed on it almost, and I don't want to keep being vague with this intro, so we're going to be cutting straight to the chase with this particular video. I'm actually talking about the character of Wildfire, and this could also apply to, I don't know, say Lobo, just for the fun of it really, but mostly today's video is just going to be purely focusing on a character known as Wildfire. Of course, if you guys have seen all of Dragon's Rising, you will be more than familiar with her, and probably have a fairly strong opinion on her one way or the other. But for the longest time, and by longest time I mean like, I don't know, maybe a month after Dragon's Rising came out, you know, we're not talking years or anything. I know my wording here makes it sound like, you know, we're dealing with a very long time, but, you know, for a fair old while, I suppose, after Dragon's Rising, the first half of this season came out, with the character of Wildfire, I suppose it just felt as though everybody was kind of obsessed with her in the sense that everybody loved her. She was a very good character, and first of all, yeah, you have to kind of understand why people do like her in the first place. I mean, she's very different as a character. She's very hot-headed, she can be quite humorous at times, and her backstory was also very, very interesting, and in a way, a lot of it was actually pretty wholesome, and, you know, it was just sweet seeing, like, a dragon take care of an actual human. It was something very different, and was wholesome, obviously, up until the very end, where the dragon parent, again, quotes on parent there, but the parent got essentially taken away, and Wildfire then went to go and look for her, so forth. So, obviously, up until that point, you know, things were wholesome. Obviously, not all of it was wholesome, because, you know, parent being just taken away like that, put into prison, definitely anything but wholesome there. But you guys get the point. The rest of it was definitely a nice touch to Wildfire's character overall, and I think that a lot of people would agree with that, and it felt as though a lot of people were agreeing with that, again, for quite a while after we first initially got Dragon's Rising, the first half, released. But recently, it's almost like there's been a little bit of a switch-up, as a lot of people in the community, it would seem that, well, the topic of Wildfire and just her existence in the first place is kind of like, I don't know, it's take a knife, it's like just, you have just sliced the community down the middle, and on one side, you know, you've got people that really like Wildfire as a character still, as they always did, as I've just been talking about, you know, they are obsessed with Wildfire, but then you've also got another side of people that simply don't like her and find her extremely obnoxious, and would lump her in with characters like, I don't even really know who to really... you know, I can't even think of somebody to lump her in with, to be honest. I'm kind of just, like, making this video on the fly, you know, just kind of letting my mind speak for itself here. But, you know, there's not really another character I would compare Wildfire to in the sense that the community, like, views her in the same way as somebody else. She's kind of, like, in her own very unique bracket, I would say. And the more I think about it, yeah, the more I think that's actually right. But regardless, guys, it's like, again, people either love Wildfire or they hate her, and recently there has been a whole lot more hate regarding her, and I don't know, I just find this very interesting, because, me personally, I don't see how you can fully hate her. I mean, sure, I can understand why people may think she's a little bit obnoxious, you know, in some cases she definitely can be, but overall, I wouldn't say she's like a bad character by any means, and obviously, everybody is absolutely entitled to their own opinions, but it's just been very interesting, I'd say, and that's really the main motivation behind today's video. I just find it very interesting that a lot of people seem to actually dislike her, and have been having a lot more varied opinions on her character overall, because originally I was under the impression that basically the entire community absolutely loved her, but as with anything, you know, you've really got to expect people to have different opinions. Of course, that is just simply how the world works, but with Wildfire, it almost felt as though everybody was in complete agreement that they loved her, so it's just been very interesting to see almost like the switch up on her recently, where people seemed to maybe dislike her and in some cases actually hate her. But with all of this being said, I know that today's video has been very different and it's been a little bit all over the place, but I just wanted to discuss the character of Wildfire. Oh, and also, as I was talking about at the beginning, the same thing can be said for Lobo in a lot of ways, but I suppose on a slightly lesser scale, Wildfire is just simply a better example of all of this. But with all of this being said, guys, that is basically just about going to conclude and sum up things in today's video, so I hope you guys did all enjoy this one. Please, though, now that I'm done talking, I do turn it over to all of you watching. Please do feel free to leave any of your own thoughts on absolutely all of this down below in that comment section, guys. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. As always, though, if you did enjoy this video here, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X channel for more, and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you behind the screen there, yes, you there, I'm looking right at you, can keep up to date on absolutely all things Ninjago here on the channel. And with all of this being said, guys, I will catch you all very soon for a new one. See you all very soon. Goodbye.